Okay, good morning. Welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, if this is not your first time, welcome back. Glad to see you again. It's been a few weeks since I put out a video. If you guys watched my video where I sorted out all of my seeds, you'll know that I have a bunch that are supposed to be started in a certain time range. And technically last Saturday was the day to do it, but I had a lot going on. I had one granddaughter here and we had my youngest daughter's birthday party, and so there was just no time, and then we were busy on Sunday and I didn't get it done. So we're gonna do it today, which is still fine. So we are gonna start with, what's this? Oh, we're gonna start with our early spring seeds, plants, whatever I'm trying to say. So I have here, I ordered some Vermont compost because I think I told you guys last year I just bought, I don't know, Walmart, Home Depot, wherever I bought it from, and everything did okay, but they didn't get as big as I thought they should in the time frame that they had. So I went ahead and bought some of this Vermont compost. I've seen other content creators use this and they've had really good luck with it. So we're gonna give this a try and see how it does. And I'm gonna put on an apron just to kind of protect my clothes from this compost because I'm sure I'll drop it at some point. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I've got 4 of these trays. I think they have 36 little cells in each one of these. So we're gonna go ahead and fill all 4 of these because, see, I've got a bunch of things that need to be started out today. So, uh-oh, getting dirt everywhere. I like these little trays because not only is it easy to pop the plants out when you're ready to either put them out in the garden or up pot them, because this bottom part is rubber and you can just put your finger there and push up and it'll pop the little cell up so you can get a hold of it. So that's really nice. Also, they are really nice for bottom watering because you can just lift this up and put water in the bottom of your tray there and it works out really nicely. Okay, so I've got my little markers here. So I am going to put on here what my seeds are and today's date so that I know when I started them. Oh, I guess I should take these little things off. Alright, I have a couple of different cabbage types here. Let's see. I actually have 3 different varieties, so I think I might just start some of each. So I'm just gonna put, how do I want to do this? So I'm going to put just the broad category, cabbage, and then I'll put the variety below it. And I'm not going to mark every single cell unless I do something weird in one of these. I'm just going to mark the row. So that was this one. So this first one is a Brunswick, it's an heirloom seed. So I'm excited about this one. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that the first year we lived here, we didn't ever get a garden in. And then last summer we got a nice garden and everything started out wonderfully, but our soil is not, we don't have a lot of soil and it is really hard, really compacted. So everything grew wonderfully to about this tall, and then there was no more nutrients. Even though I tried adding fertilizer and other things to it, it just wasn't enough. So this year we've got compost, we've got manure, and we're going to top it off with a mix of compost and topsoil. And so I'm really hoping that we will get a much better result of everything this year. Now we did get a few things, but just not a lot. We got plenty of zucchini, of course. So I'm hoping this year that with everything that we've done, it'll give everything a little bit of a shot. Let's see. I got 3 of these. I'm trying to decide how many I want to start. If I do 6 of each, that'll be 18. That's plenty for me and Joe. So we'll do this, and if I decide to do more in the fall, I will have my seeds and we can go ahead and get some more started. Okay, so the next one is it's called Salad Delight, and it's an early maturing red cabbage. So I'll go ahead and got my little marker here, and I'm going to go ahead and start 6 of these. And I just got a little twig that was in the compost that I'm using to poke a little hole right in the middle so that I can get it dropped in there. I don't want to go too deep because these are teeny tiny seeds. I don't know if I did that one. Okay. And then this last one is, let's see, a paddock hybrid. So this is, let me see what this is. This is a green cabbage. I ordered this from Gurney's. I don't remember why I selected this one. I think probably it was good for my area or my growing, what am I trying to say? Like I am in 6B zone. That's the word I wanted. My growing zone. So I was in 6A. Until they moved the lines a little bit. And I'm not nearly as organized this year as I was last year. So I don't have my garden plan done yet. I only know that I want to put so we've got 3 sections that are about 30 or 35 feet wide all the way across. That's kind of how I divided it. And I want to put my spring stuff in the first section. But I don't know how I'm going to organize them yet. But I'm very behind on everything because I started this new job, and it's an in-office job, which is fine. It's a long drive. And so I spend approximately 2-ish hours a day in my car, which means, of course, that I can't get as much stuff done as I want. And if you guys were watching before, you know that I've been struggling in the last month or so with my blood sugar, finally on all my medications correctly. We had to fight with the insurance company a little bit to get one of them. But I'm feeling a lot better. I was really tired before, and I had just chalked it up to I started a new job and I was busy and whatever, and it was more my blood sugar than the new job. So now that I don't feel exhausted all the time, hopefully I can get back into the swing of things and start putting out some regular videos for you guys. But today like I said, we're gonna focus on this. Okay, here I have our cauliflower. And let's see, I think I just have one variety of cauliflower. Yep, so I have one that's called Snowball Y. And I think these say burpee, but I have a feeling I just bought these like either at Walmart or at our farm store that we have here, because they're packaged like a grocery store packet. All right, so I love cauliflower. I tried to buy some in the store yesterday. I wanted some fresh, and it was like $3 almost for a little tiny head, and I just couldn't make myself do it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 18 of these. So I'm gonna make 3 tags, one for each row, just that way I don't forget what I did. And we have a bunch of cardboard in our basement that we keep for painting tasks or just whatever we might need cardboard for. And when I was down there, I'd forgotten that I bought 2 additional green stock planters last year during sales, like towards the end of the season. I think one I bought at the end of the season and one I bought maybe around Christmas time. So I'm so excited. I can't wait another month or so. We can dump out the ones that we have, get them cleaned up, and then fill all 4 of them with fresh soil. I'm so excited. I love this time of year. My husband and I were watching the news this morning, and here in our area we are having unseasonably warm temperatures. This weekend is supposed to be just absolutely beautiful. And then off towards the west, they're having that ginormous snowstorm. It's just so strange to think about. But I hope that we do not get any more snow this year. I am all done. All right, so let's put these markers in here. Where did I just make a little stick? All right, so I'm just gonna make a little hole in each one of these 18 little cells here. So our batch of chickens that we have in our second coop should have started laying last fall, and they never did, and so I was kind of worried. And the one older chicken that we had put out there who had been laying, we put her out there because she was getting really broody. So I put her out there with some of her eggs. She sat on them for like 3 or 4 days and then decided she was done. Well, she quit laying too. She laid a few and then she quit. And then she quitted. So I was afraid something was going on out there that was causing this batch of chickens to not want to lay. But my husband in the last week has started finding some eggs out there. So I am super excited about that. We did lose a few chickens during some cold weather, and just some of them probably due to age. And so I wanted to make sure that we were going to have enough laying hens. Okay, so there's that one. Now what I'm going to do is just get a little bit of this compost, whoops, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it over the top to cover up those seeds. I don't want it to go too much. That's a rock. So I'm going to set this one to the side, and then we'll get everything watered when we take them upstairs to where they're going to stay until they sprout. Okay, so now I've got some broccoli. And we love broccoli as well, so not sure how many I want to start. Let's see. I've got 3 different varieties, so I think I'll just start some of each one. So I'm going to do 36 broccoli. So this first one is called Destiny Hybrid, and I can't see. So I need readers for close-up anyway, But one of the medications that I'm taking, when you first start taking it, it can cause blurry vision, which it has. So there's no way I'm reading these little tiny envelopes without my glasses. So it says, produces small to medium heads, green heads, oh my gosh, tinged with purple. Huh, okay, so we're going to go ahead and start some of that one. So this next one I've got is it's just called Waltham. And this is one I have planted a lot, and I've always had good luck with it. But you've got to get it out early. The last one is called Decicco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Decicco. And it says it's very productive, high in vitamins, and it will produce a high percentage of side shoots. So that is good. I like those. All right, so I went ahead and just made tags for all of those. And now I'll go ahead and start. Uh-oh, I lost my little, here it is. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put little indentions in each one of these, and then we'll go ahead and drop our seeds in. And broccoli is also something that I would like to try to do a second, like a fall planting. And I tried last year, but it didn't do any better later in the fall than it did in the summer. So it was worth a try, but it just didn't go anywhere. Now, the big trick will be me remembering what I planted where and keeping good records, which I tend to start out really well and then it just kind of falls apart as the year goes on. All right, last variety of broccoli. I've got 2 more packets of things I want to start from this box. All right, there's the broccoli. All right, get back in my little packet there. Let's see, what is this? Oh, I was going to start some onions and I changed my mind because they didn't do very well last year. They never got big enough to plant out. Now I can't even get this little paper off here. And I ordered some starts, or some, I don't know what they're called. Not the little bulbs, but the little shoots. So I'm just gonna save those. Well, let's see, what's this? This is Brussels sprouts. And I definitely wanna start some Brussels sprouts. Some of these I went a little crazy with the tape. Okay, so my Brussels sprouts, I have 2 varieties here, so I'm going to start some of each. And I think I'll go ahead and start, let's see, how many do I need? I'm going to go ahead and start 12 of each of these. Except I'm not going to start them in here because that one's full. Okay, so this first one is called Green Gems Hybrid. It says plants are loaded with easy picking, gourmet ready 1.5 inch sprouts. Sounds delicious. The other variety is called Sylvia Hybrid, and I'm disappointed when they don't have pictures on them. Let's see. So it says the plant is small, but the harvest is large with 40 to 50 sprouts tightly packed on each stalk. Okay. So the first one, the Green Gems Hybrid, is like a 90-day after transplant, and this one is 140 days for maturity. All right, so let's go ahead and make our little depressions in here. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot, I just dropped seeds all over the place. There we go. It's always so funny, you have this little paper packet and you just get this little tiny handful of seeds. So one thing I just realized I forgot to do with my second tray here was to sprinkle some soil over the top of those seeds. Okay, so none of the rest of these will be ready for a couple of weeks. So let me see. Oh my gosh. What I've got in this packet that needs to be started, in this box, I mean, that needs to be started. All right, what is this? Okay. I want to start my tomatoes and peppers and larger plants like that in some of these compostable pots, so that I don't have to disturb them as often by trying to up pot them in, multiple times. Oh, so all of these go in bigger pots because I've got 3 different types of tomatoes, and then I've got my sweet peppers. So I may start some other things in here. What is this? Oh, my tomatillo. I don't know when I'm supposed to start that. Let's see. Oh, we're going to start the tomatillos too, but maybe I'll start those in here. Alrighty. So I'll go ahead and do the tomatillos first. And I think I just have one variety here. It's called Tamayo R Hybrid. My mother-in-law uses tomatillos a lot in her cooking. And so I'm hoping that we get a lot so that I can give her some. Holy cow. There's hardly any seeds in this little packet, and they are the tiniest things you can possibly imagine. Okay. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle a little bit of soil over all of these and firm it down. Alrighty. So now I have quite a few of these little biodegradable pots. And these I will tag individually so that I don't forget what's in what. But I've got to fill them all up first. And I think I do have one more sleeve of these. I have one sleeve over there, and I think I may have one more upstairs, maybe, and if not, I can run down the street and get them pretty quickly. We're gonna go ahead and start our tomatoes now. So I have one variety of cherry tomatoes. I love cherry tomatoes. I love the ones I had last year that I could just pick off out of my green stalk and just eat right out there warm from the sun. Oh, it was awesome. Okay, I'm not sure how many I want to do here. Let's see, this variety is called Tomato Spoon. I got these from Baker Creek, so this is an heirloom seed. Oh, Spoon Tomato. Because of course you don't always get 100% success, so I want to make sure that I've got enough that thrive, that I can have enough outside that you know, the plants that I want to keep in the garden. So if I do 6 and I end up with 4, that'll be good. Okay. All right, actually I'm gonna put, look at these seeds. Let's see. I'm trying to put 2 in each pot, but I think, oh, that one definitely has more. They're too tiny to really control. Go ahead and top these off with a little bit of the soil. Whoops. And then kind of firm that down. Oops, I can still see the seed. Okay, so I've got some trays here that I'm going to keep these in. At least for now. And last year I did find it was easier to control the watering when I kept them in these trays, because then I could water into this tray and let them bottom water, and so that worked out nicely. So let's get these in here. Okay, so next I have my paste tomatoes, and I do have a couple different varieties. So I have some Romas, San Marzanos, and an Easy Sauce Hybrid. I think to start I'll do 3 pots of each variety. Okay, so I need to fill up some more of these little pots. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we're going to start with the Romas. Of course, you guys all know what a Roma tomato is. Those tomatoes that are shaped that way tend to be less juicy, so that when you use them to make sauce, it doesn't take as long to cook them down. So that is why they are called paste tomatoes. So I'm going to put, these are a little bit bigger seeds, so I'm going to put a couple in each pot. Whoa, that was more than a couple. And what I might do, not sure yet, but what I might do is start another round of tomatoes either next week or in 2 weeks, just in case I have problems with these. Okay, so the San Marzano, gosh, are there any seeds in there? What does it say? An elongated 4-inch red fruit similar to the Roma with dense, meaty flesh and very few seeds, sweet, complex flavor. The San Marzanos are definitely delicious. A couple of mine did okay. Last year I got a few tomatoes off of them and they were really good. So I think I'll start more in 2 weeks because I'd rather have too many tomatoes than not enough. My husband loves to just eat fresh tomatoes. So these, of course, I would like to use mostly as paste tomatoes. However, if he wants to eat some of those, that's fine too. And I have some slicing tomatoes that we're going to be planting or starting today as well. Okay, so this last one is the Easy Sauce Hybrid. Okay, it doesn't really say anything about their flavor other than it's pretty similar to the San Marzano. So same thing, I'm going to start a couple of seeds in each pot, and if they both germinate and seem to be doing well, then at some point I will try to pull them apart and give them each their own little tray. Okay, so last then we do have our slicing tomatoes. Okay, so I have 3 varieties of these, so I'm going to go ahead and do 3 of each. And then I'll have to go see if I actually do have any more of these pots upstairs. I thought I had one more sleeve and I just couldn't carry everything. And if not, I will find some other way to start my peppers. Uh-oh, come on. Come apart. Oh, there we go. All right, got these labeled. So this first one is called Mortgage Lifter. And this variety produces big, low acid pink tomatoes with few seeds and excellent flavor. So we'll see. I think I probably bought the starts at Home Depot or someplace like that before, because I know I've had some of these pink tomatoes before. So shoot for 2, whoa, shooting for 2 seeds in each pot. A couple of them may have a couple more. The next batch is called Sweet Million Hybrid. Oh, this is a cherry tomato. It says this variety produces large clusters of bright red, sugary, sweet, cherry-shaped fruit. So I need to write that on the tag so I know that this is a cherry tomato, so that when I plant them out, I put them in the right grouping so that I can find what I'm looking for or know what I expect or whatever I'm trying to say. So that gives me 9. That gives me 9 cherry tomatoes and only 6 slicing varieties. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some more of one or both of these slicers. But first, we'll finish up with these cherry tomatoes. I kind of remember buying these now. I ordered my seeds in December, so I can't remember everything that I ordered, or you know, what everything was and why I ordered certain things. All right, slide this one. Whoops. Crowding myself out here. Okie dokie. So the last one here, I have beef steak, and I think I'll just do more of the beef steak. And then that means I need some more slicing tomato seeds because I don't have very many of these. But that's okay. I need to go to the farm store later, and I'm sure that all of their seeds are out. Okay, so I did have one more packet of these little pots. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 more of the beef steak. Now all I have left is my sweet peppers, and I think, oh, that's not true. Well, yes, that is true. Sorry. Okay, so I've got 3 types of sweet peppers here. I have one hybrid Gurney's Giant 2. These are, I bought these for red peppers. And then a Burgess variety called Big Red, obviously red pepper. Now, these seeds are a couple of years old, so we'll see how they do. And then I wanted some sweet banana peppers. So I'm going to do 3 of each of those. Yeah, I think that'll be enough for today. And then same as with the tomatoes, I may do a second starting of seeds in 2 weeks. Okay, so we're going to start with the banana peppers. And I'm going to put 2 in each one. And then just like with anything else, if both of them come up well, then I will try to separate them and, you know, transplant one of the little seedlings to its own pot. And the peppers, of course, require warm temperatures. So I do have seed mats that I'm going to start out all of these on, and then I have 2 sets of shelving with grow lights. Now, one of them I still have to put together, but I've got a few days before these are all going to be, well, and I might be able to get all of these on one, and then I'll have the other one ready for the next set of seedlings. So I do have one full little seed starter box of the little 36 cell holders. So I may start something, I'm not sure what yet. All right, and then these are it's a hybrid Gurney's Giant, if I could get a hold of it. And I think these are supposed to get really big. Calls them the ultimate stuffing pepper with thick walls and large size. So I'm not a big fan of cooked pepper generally, but I love to eat sweet peppers raw. Okay. Close that. I'm going to go ahead and start some lettuce in this last little thing of 36 cells. Okay, so I'm just going to start a few varieties. So I've got some romaine here, and this is the pelletized ones. Having these pelletized makes them so much easier to work with. They're more expensive, of course, but for some of these things that are just like teeny tiny seeds, it's helpful. And then I've got some called tennis ball. It's a butterhead, which I really love. So I'm gonna do 12 of these. And of course, you know, lettuce is one of those things that you can just keep planting over and over. Now, trying to just do 1 or 2 seeds of this is virtually impossible. And then the last one is a butter crunch lettuce, which I think is also a butterhead. I really do love those little butterhead lettuces. So let's go ahead and get this one. I end up with so many because I'm a sucker for the little seed stands every place I go. Okay, put that back. And let's go ahead and cover all of this up. These are all ready to go upstairs and go on the heat lamps. So we're gonna head upstairs and get these all on, not the heat lamps, get them on the heat mats, get them watered, and we're gonna cover them with some plastic wrap for a few days, and then we'll let them go. All right, so I'm gonna give all of these a good watering in terms of in the bottom of the actual trays, and then I have a little sprayer that I'm gonna go ahead and mist the tops. But I wanna make sure that they get some good water to suck up. And I wish I had a place in my downstairs. One of these days, I will have a greenhouse, but for now, this works. It keeps it where the animals can't get to them. And I can control the temperature up here if I need to make it warmer. And they've got plenty of space. Generally, there's nobody up here except me or Joe. And when the kids come up, they play in their bedrooms. So this is a good place for starting until I get a greenhouse. So now I'm going to go ahead and just give these a nice misting. Maybe a little more on the tops. All right, so I've got all these going. They're on their heat mats. I'm going to bring up some plastic wrap and cover them all as best I can with the markers there to create like a condensation top. And then they'll stay on these heat mats until they start sprouting. And once they sprout, then I'll move them over there to the grow station and we'll let them go from there. All right, so that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me while I got everything started. I'm so so excited for spring and gardening and all that stuff. I'm just wiggly. I can't help it. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all on the next video. Thanks, guys.